Have you ever driven down a road so quiet, it almost feels like the world forgot about it? No houses, no streetlights, just a long stretch of dark road, and your headlights cutting through it. This story starts on a road quite like that. A man was driving home late one night. It was close to midnight. He had been visiting a friend in a nearby town. The drive home would take about an hour. Most of the trip was on highway, but the last 10 miles were different. A small country road, narrow, twisting, and surrounded by thick woods. He had driven it many times before. It was never busy, but that night felt different. The sky was cloudy, no moon, no stars, just darkness. His headlights stretched down the road like two bright tunnels, and everything outside of them was pitch black. About halfway down the road, he noticed something strange. Someone was standing on the side of the road. At first, he thought it was a tree. Then the figure moved. It was a person, a young woman. She stood very still near the edge of the pavement, wearing a light-colored coat. The man slowed down. It was the middle of nowhere. No houses nearby. No car parked anywhere. He rolled down his window. "Are you okay?" he asked. The woman stepped closer to the car. Her face looked pale in the headlights. But she didn't seem scared. She just looked tired. "My car broke down," she said quietly. "Could you give me a ride?" The man looked down the road. Still no houses, still no cars. So we unlocked the door. "Sure," he said. She opened the back door and climbed in. The car smelled faintly like cold air when she sat down, like the smell you get when you open a freezer. But the man didn't think much about it. He started driving again. For a few minutes, neither of them spoke. The road twisted through the trees. The tires hummed across the pavement. Finally, the man spoke. "Where do you need to go?" The woman answered from the back seat. "Just a few miles up ahead." Her voice was soft, almost like a whisper. The man nodded. They drove in silence again. After a minute or two, he glanced in the rearview mirror. The woman was sitting very still, her hands folded in her lap, looking out the window. Something about the way she sat felt strange, too still, almost like a statue. The man turned his eye back to the road. A few minutes passed, then the woman spoke again. "Slow down." The man tapped the brakes. The car rolled slowly. "There," she said. "Pull over by the trees." The man looked ahead. There was nothing there. Just an old oak tree near the road. No house. No driveway. Nothing. "You live here?" he asked. The woman didn't answer right away. Then she said something odd. "My home is nearby." The man shrugged. Maybe a path led through the woods. He pulled over. The car stopped beside the big oak tree. The engine idled quietly. The man waited for the woman to open the door. But he didn't hear anything. No door handle. No movement. He glanced in the rearview mirror. The back seat was empty. Completely empty. The man blinked. He turned around in his seat. The back door was still closed. No one was there. His heart started beating faster. That wasn't possible. He had heard her voice. He had seen her in the mirror. Slowly, he stepped out the car. The night air felt colder now. The woods were silent. Not even the sound of crickets. The man walked around the car. He opened the back door. Nothing. No footprints to the road. No movement in the trees. The woman was gone. The man stood there for a long moment. Then he got back in the car. He didn't like the feeling of that place, so we drove away, fast. The next morning, he couldn't stop thinking about it. The whole thing felt impossible. So we drove back to that same road, back to the big oak tree. And this time, he noticed something he missed the night before. A small wooden cross, right beside the tree, half hidden in the grass. He stepped out of the car. He walked a little closer. The cross had a name carved into it. A young woman's name. And below it, a date. The date was exactly 10 years ago. The man felt a chill run down his spine. Just then, an older man stepped out of a nearby house down the road. "You looking for something?" the man asked. The driver pointed at the cross. What happened here?" The older man walked over slowly. He looked at the cross, then he sighed. "Car accident," he said. 10 years back. A girl was walking home at night. Someone didn't see her in time. The driver swallowed. What did she look like?" The old man looked at him. "Light coat," he said. "Very pale." The driver's stomach dropped. "That's her," he whispered. The old man studied his face. Then he asked a question. "Around midnight?" The driver nodded slowly. The old man sighed again. "You're not the first person." The driver felt the hair on his arms rise. What do you mean?" The old man pointed down the road. "Every few years, someone stops here asking the same thing. They say they gave a girl a ride. Right to this very tree." The driver looked back at the cross. The road was quiet again. The woods stood still. Then the old man said one last thing. A sentence that stayed with the driver for the rest of his life. "She never made it home. So sometimes she still tries."